do to her? Girlfriend's like, sheesh, what do you do to her? I'm on. Yeah, I'm on. Blast that song. Can't do it wrong. I show your ass to the green. She my right hand, no place. Just go.
Yeah,
she the queen. I brag, and they both.
Alright.
I wanna take my place. Take my dumb, I'ma call her back.
Let me choose. Y'all know how to do it. Y'all know how I feel about singing. Alright. That is GOAT by Eric Bellinger. Y'all check that out.
Yes.
Before we start, guys, we just have to do a Wakanda Forever. Come on, everybody. Come on.
I'm with it. Yeah, ready?
There we go.
Yo, for real though, cheers to...
You gotta slam.
Wait, you're right. You gotta go boom, and then
then you gotta come out.
And you know the right has to go over the left, they said.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yes,
It's
a thing.
Oh, I do that anyway.
It represents their tribe.
I'm into detail.
Yes.
I do that.
Yes.
Right-handed
anyway.
So we gotta do that, and then we got cheers to that 700 million 9 days. Hey.
I'm gonna do the lip too. I'm gonna set a lot on lip.
Everybody walking around with their lip tatted up Wakanda.
Squad.
That is what's up. So welcome, Mr. Bellinger.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm great.
You've been killing it out here.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir. So tell me about what you got coming with your music.
Album March.
What's it called?
Easy Call.
Easy Call. I like that. Okay.
Everything is just an easy call. What should we listen to right now? Oh, that's an easy call.
I like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's my greatest work thus far. I truly believe that. So
that's what's
I'm
up.
excited to get it out there.
Okay. So what I like to do with my guests, I like to do a little word association game. So I'm gonna say a word, and then you say the first thing that comes to mind. Okay. First word. You only get to say one word though. First word that comes to mind. Music.
Me.
Trump.
Fuck him.
Yo, 2 words.
Oh, you say
that one word? Fuck him could be one. Yeah,
it's like a apostrophe.
Yeah.
Fatherhood.
Memories.
Love.
Forever.
So I always ask people, I always put love in when I ask every guest because I just kind of want to see what they feel about it. And you said forever. Why do you say forever?
Oh, man, I really believe that if it's truly love, it will last forever, even if it ended bad. If it ended well, it's something that just lasts because it's an imprint embedded in, deep.
Okay, so you're saying, because this is interesting, because I feel so even if it ends, like you break up with them or whatever, love is still.
I think that's
if
dope.
You love them.
You can't.
I've never heard that from in regards to
saying the verse in one of his songs.
But I mean, I think that's why he writes, because when you have that kind of mentality about it, whether it's bad or good.
Yeah, because I'm like forever. Even if we broke up.
Yeah. But some people, it's like. The ones that's gone out your memory, it's like, ooh, I can't even, that's, you know what I'm saying? But the ones that's, it's still a special moment, like maybe you drive by somewhere and
you have a little reminiscence.
Yeah, it's like, even if it's done.
But Stace, you gotta, come on, man. Like, even the cats that, you
I'm cool with all my exes.
I'm cool with
come on,
you got love for them.
That's why you're single
now,
Stacey.
Because I'm cool with all my exes.
Right.
First of all, because I'm a nice person.
First of all.
Okay. I have love in my heart.
Okay.
Get it out.
All right, so what I like to do is the SHS dish, and that is about relationships.
Yeah.
That is a segment that I like to do. Look at Wesley. He
He
always stretches.
Here we go. Ready for war.
For this segment. So they say that, I saw this article where it says that you fall in love 3 times.
Okay.
And the 3 different times, they all mean something different in your journey, if you will. So the first time that you fall in love is like the one that's like the puppy love, they say. It's like the love that, not even puppy love, but it's just like a love where you kind of lose yourself in it almost. It's just, you're sprung, and it's the fairy tale love. You think it's going to last forever, and it's just so amazing, and oh my God, oh, I love him,
that's
right?
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. They say the second love is, it is the next love. It's the hard love. It's a love that teaches us lessons about ourselves, what we need to feel loved in any relationship, and then with this love, it brings great pain.
Mm-hmm.
So pain of loss, deceit, lies. Basically, we compromise who we are and we lose ourselves in this next love. It's like one of those. I low key believe it because I've only been in love twice, and so far these niggas is dead on. Like my second love.
But some of these are gonna overlap. You have to.
You can't just give it 3.
You can't. I mean,
no, like
some
real, like real. No,
because okay. A puppy love can be quite painful, even though you may say.
Yeah, but when you're like 17,
you love again. That doesn't mean that it don't hurt.
No, I know, but it's like the fantasy though. Think about it. When you're like 17, or you don't have any concept of like real like bills and real things are gonna hit.
No,
you don't. So you're in a fantasy.
Yeah, but you don't. Now that we look at it from a standpoint of being older, but at that moment, that was reality to you.
It was everything.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about no bills.
Yeah, you're like, bills.
I'm still hurt. Latoya Silachan cheated on me in the 11th grade. You know.
Okay.
Still sticks with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So the second love, what do you think about the second love? Do you think it's the one that you kind of lose yourself in, and it's full of pain and deceit and trickery and?
Well, now going on what you said. Well, now I think it's at a more serious point because now we are talking about bills and adulthood and you start adding all these elements. So yeah, I mean you can lose yourself. Even like I said, they overlap to me. Like it depends. But yeah, I mean the second love you can lose yourself as well.
They say it's like an unhealthy balance. Sometimes it could be a physical or emotional thing.
That's what I'm saying. Even puppy love is unhealthy balance. If you got a 17-year-old kid and all he wants to do is lay up under his little girlfriend, that's unhealthy.
But at 17, that's what you're supposed to do.
No, you're not supposed to do that.
Of course you are.
You got
your first taste of nookie probably.
And that's unhealthy. You going crazy. You don't even know who you are yet. You know what I'm saying? At least with a little older, the second time around, you know, you got bruised up a little bit. It's like, all right, wait a minute. I know what this is. Let me pace myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
What you think?
Agree. No, I mean, I'm low key like, damn, okay, they kind of on point a little bit. Because, the first one I remember, like, when it was like, this is it.
Yes.
The first one. I knew it. I knocked it out the park the first try.
Yeah, right.
Uh-oh, we having little issues. Oh, we gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Oh, we so young, they said that it's not gonna last. Let's prove them wrong. It's still working.
Exactly.
Love is gonna see us through.
Yeah.
Right? Love is gonna see us through.
And then that way, then you just be like, okay, just stop.
And you're a little tainted, and you're a little tainted, so you go to the next one.
You go to the next one.
It says they say you start to compromise, like you bend more. You do a lot more things that you probably wouldn't do in a relationship because you're trying to make it work.
Yeah,
you
third love.
No, that's the second love because you're the first taste of pain.
Yeah. So this time, I feel that. So this time, you feel like low key, you an expert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, all right, cool. So this is what I'm willing to take, and this is what I'm not willing to take. I'm laying these guidelines down early.
Yeah.
And then, but you end up taking it though. That's what they're saying.
Exactly, because the first one ended so crazy.
Yeah.
Because you had to let it go. You was jelly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the next one, you really trying to step your relationship swag game up.
I agree.
So, the arrogance in, young wisdom, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's like you really feel like you know what you're doing. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna pick my battles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you heard that somewhere, and I definitely feel like it could sway you,
Okay.
In that one because it's like you really unsure because the last one didn't work, this one didn't work.
But you're trying to make this one work because
so
it just needs
a little
to work.
bit more.
That's the dangerous one.
Settle,
Yeah.
I think the one where you forcing it, like I just had this conversation with someone, and they were, her ex was trying to come back. Because he saw that, she was like moving on. He was coming hard. I was like, everybody got that package where they got that grenade where they just like, I'm about to go all in. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
You like, I'm about to, you gonna have to marry me. Like, we got that one love where you just like, fuck it. I'm about to really just throw that grenade and go all in. That's the dangerous one. You show up to her job on a white horse, Yeah,
he did that Valentine's Day.
With the Old Spice.
Yeah.
Look at me.
She still don't. She still don't want you. But
the Old Spice.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
So the third love, this is the love they say that comes out of left field. So it's basically the love that surprises you.
Okay.
It destroys any idea of what you thought love was, and it becomes like it's, oh Lord, look at your face. What?
Yo, who wrote this, man? Like,
it was in this article.
Staci, homegirl.
First of all, I would never write that. But no, okay, but it kind of makes sense. Think about it. When you do, like when you fall in love, I this is my thing.
I'm giving it to him. I'm giving it as a true R&B.
Listen, I've only been in love twice, so I don't know about this third love yet. But what I've heard is that the third love is the one you don't expect. It comes out of nowhere. It's not what you would usually pick or what you would go for.
Okay.
And it sweeps you off your feet. It's easy. It's like you like, okay, what the hell was I doing all this other time? You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, you probably wouldn't pay them any attention if you were conscious of what was happening. You know what I'm saying?
Like usually it's followed behind, girl, he just treats me good. That's he treats me real good.
Yeah.
So you saying the third love is the settle love?
You know what? Not necessarily, but how you described it, like, you know, for men, not really, but for women, kind of. Like when the left field for women is usually the one that they, you know,
right?
Yeah,
that's what you see why I said who wrote this. I mean, the element is a little
because
so what? Okay,
we are the aggressors. We do the chasing.
Kind of the choosing. I mean,
so okay, so then what?
Now I may have been on the other end of the.
I know what he's saying.
I may have been the one they said
the left field at Trey. Oh nah, man, don't do that to yourself, player.
So wait, what constitutes the third love for you guys then? Because you two are married, me and Trey are not. So
I mean, there were elements that you listed in there that I could use in my experience that it was unexpected. I don't know about kind of left field. That's a little strong. And then also, I don't agree with the element that it wouldn't be somebody that I would actually choose, because when I ended on my wife, looking at her from a standpoint of not knowing her, she's fine. I would choose. Yeah, so it wouldn't be like it wasn't that kind of left field kind of vibe. So for me, there are elements in that are true to me, but then there's some that are kind of like, nah, it just goes back to me again and this whole 3 times you've only been. That's a bunch of.
How many times you think you can get to fall in love?
You get to if you live. You're 100 years old. If you live to 100 and you ain't married for 45 years, then you can fall in love a couple of times depending on your personality. If you're just easy to fall in love, just a sucker for love, then you gonna fall in love a lot of times. They put a number on that. It's like, here we go again. Well, I'm gonna get pregnant by the time I'm like 21, then have another baby at 26, and you can't.
Well, we know that doesn't work.
Doesn't work, dude. Right. 3 times. You can try to classify it like that if you want, but at the end of the day, there's going to be some love that is stronger than others that affected you a different way. And, because there have been people I dated that I loved a lot. I wouldn't say I was in love with.
Were you in love?
But there's a difference. Yeah, I probably wasn't in love because to see them go didn't hurt so bad. That's how I know. When you go and I can't breathe and I can't eat and can't sleep, that's how I know it's for real. But see, a lot of times, well, when you're immature, you don't know it until it's gone. Even being mature, that happens to you. But a lot of times, men, we don't realize how much we are in love with you until you are really got your walking boots on.
Facts.
And we be like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't know I was gonna be. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
50 pounds.
Yeah. So I mean, so there's different levels at it. But for me, I mean, right now I would say the fair number would be 3. You know what I mean?
3. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
well, that means I've got one more left to give.
Go ahead.
I've only had it
it's
twice.
An age limit though, Staci. They ain't tell you
that.
First
of all, don't do that. There is no age limit on love. I don't think
you got one. And see, check this out.
I hope not.
Now look at it. Look, you said you got one more ticket to give on that.
Mm-hmm.
And even to me, that's unfair to you because
I'm 37. I got one more to give.
Come on, dog. 37. You a baby compared to our elders. Yeah. You talk to a 60-year-old, they're gonna be like, yeah, right. I mean, if you're not married,
they were married at like 12. What are you talking about? Our elders, they was married at like 12. But I'm saying, you know how
much time you have to things change. I mean, think about it now. If you are kind of thinking you might be in love now with somebody, and it doesn't work exactly.
Exactly.
Not. And if it doesn't work, you mean to tell me at what 40 that you're not gonna meet somebody else that's gonna sweep you off your feet? That's
no, I'm
just
4. Saying I got one more good zhuzh left to give.
And then what? You're gonna just light people for the rest? You're gonna just light?
Yes,
like your husband?
I'm gonna get a few pool boys.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna have a little team.
You aren't the pool boy. You're the married. You are the white horse.
Oh, don't
type.
trip. I can do a team now.
No, you can. But you are at the end of the you gonna be married. You know. What
no,
I'm
I am. I'm
just,
sure.
Yeah. Prioritize.
Stop talking to all your exes. You can't be cool with all
I
of
like
us.
talking to my exes.
Message.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I like talking to my exes because I know I ain't gonna be nothing. I could just,
Anyway, go on and sip your red juice.
Go on and sip
your
it.
Kool-Aid.
Okay, so tell me this. I saw this post, and this speaks to the culture of our young people. It's very interesting. So a dude posted, he said, women having raw sex, sleeping over, me telling you I love you, had my babies, but think we go together. Y'all women are crazy. This was...
God sounds like me. Wait, I mean, what happened? I'm sorry. Wait.
That was the old you.
Yeah, that was the old me.
No, so basically he's saying like, women are crazy to think. And I don't know if he was being funny. I hope he was being funny.
No, he's been dead serious, whoever he is.
But he's basically saying, he like, you sleeping over. I'm telling you I love you. We having raw smashing. And then the woman has the nerve, the audacity.
He's got to be joking.
That we go together.
Nah, I'm a reasonable person. First of all,
I'm a reasonable person.
You can't go around. Yeah, you can't go around telling somebody you love them and going through all those shenanigans. And that's the thing. If you take that away, right? Some of those elements, if you take away,
like what? Which one?
All right, you can't tell them. You can't tell them you love them like that, right?
You can't say I love you. That's fact.
And what was the other one going? You said going
having raw smashing.
Keep that
on the regular.
Nick, if you sleeping over,
I mean, sometimes,
and I'm telling you to have my babies, and nigga, that's regular.
But
we gotta be regular if I'm letting you bust off raw.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of time.
Right,
yeah.
It's gotta be regular.
But now I'm telling you to have my kids, correct?
And I'm saying have my kids with the busage. Come on now.
I mean, I guess she has the right to say we go together.
You get, Rusty, I will roll you out that chair. I guess she has the right. Okay, see, first
it has to be
of all,
discussed.
If
I wasn't one of those relationships for sure.
If there was no conversation, and this is what I hate about dudes.
Wait.
This is
we have to communicate. See, we got to sit down on the couch and we got to understand this and say, okay, wait a minute. Now this
is what I hate about y'all.
We never.
That's what I hate about you penis holders.
No, wait.
This is what I hate about you penis holders.
First
of all, what y'all like to do is jump into that part first, and then when she wants to have a conversation, be like, "Oh, you tripping? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm at the gynecologist every week trying to make sure I'm not with child. I'm sorry that I'm getting tested for STDs all the time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got to kill your house."
But hold on, you're missing a cool element that's extremely important. You just said that we're as men ready to jump into that part quite quickly, and
with no.
I'm not gonna argue that, but I'm not gonna argue that. But I will argue that we wouldn't be jumping into that part so quickly if you guys would go, let's have a conversation first. I'm not the type to go ahead and let you just raw dog me all day, night long and tell me this and this and that. So,
message.
Right. So understand the power that you guys hold and trust. I can't jump into something if you don't let me.
Right.
So on the flip side,
woo! Now she want to flip it. Come on,
now a moment of silence. I just let that sink in.
First, somebody
that
else.
Was good.
What?
1 point for the
that
man.
Was good.
So you agree?
Really good.
So you okay? So you agree?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, so the man has no responsibility.
I'm not saying that. No. I'm piggybacking.
Hey, man, like before we get to this place, because women, if they really rock with a dude, unfortunately we get kind of stupid and we're super like, I'm going to show him that I'm so awesome and that I'm the girl for him and that I'm amazing and that there's nobody better than me. And I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. We start doing wifey activities when we a girlfriend, or we don't know if we a girlfriend. So the thing is, if you don't have the agenda to at some point make me your girlfriend, let's have that conversation off top. Be like, look, ma, but give her a choice.
I think the female leads the way.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Listen,
I don't think
no, and that's
it's not supposed to be that way.
But that's the problem. Here's the thing:
the man is supposed to be.
That's why it's all this Me Too shit going on. We can't. Be just
well, no, that's because y'all here raping. That's what that is from. That's because y'all out here raping.
Y'all got the power at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, you hold the cards. No, you do. You got the problem is you guys, like you just said, you guys kind of get beside yourselves and lost trying to do something and then forget that you run this show. The bottom line is, if in fact you are the type of female where it's like, look, man, I ain't trying to be in the blurred fog vision of what's going on. Hey, listen, before we get to this certain point, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. I'm not going to tolerate X, Y, and Z. Now, it is his responsibility. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't have any responsibility. It's his responsibility as a man to say, okay, she's serious. She wants something serious. That's spooking me. Don't think I'm going to run that way. I'm going to go ahead and play around and do whatever I got to do. Or, you know what? I think I might be ready for something serious. I'll stay and play. That is his responsibility. Now, I'm not saying
y'all will play and be like, oh, okay.
But I'm not. We're talking about imperfection. We're talking about wrongdoing now. We're on a whole different planet. But we're talking about responsibility. When you say communicate about these elements you're giving, those elements shouldn't be taking place. But you talk about us jumping in it without you as a woman dictating, stopping the whole thing, saying, hey, listen, we're not going to go there until X, Y, Z is understood. Yeah. You hold the cards. You guys don't understand that. A man, we ain't dealing with a half a deck, and that half a deck is not the brain. It's the other brain. So what do you think is going to happen? And I'm not trying to justify and make it okay. I'm just saying that's the way that it is, unfortunately. I can't tell you how many times there have been females in my past, in my day, where that was a conversation. And guess what? I said, well, you know, I just can't go there with you then. Right? And I see you when I see you. And I respect that. Dang.
I didn't get to hit that.
Dang, exactly. But guess what? Saved her another notch on the belt, you know. So all right,
he's going crazy.
So hey, you know.
So this is laughing up here.
Right.
Okay, so Mr. EB, you said you were in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Expound.
Man, it was so many situations, first of all, that I'm thinking about right now. So which one exact? Because I remember saying that. So which one did I say
okay,
that?
So I was talking about the whole just constantly smashing, the whole spending the night and the I love yous and all that, but it was not the girl. It was
no. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that one for me, that was just me in denial, for sure. You know, it was like everything was there. Like it went from some shoes over the crib to
the toothbrush and then
you know, and you know, before I knew it, it was there. It was live-in marriage. You feel me? Vibes,
right?
But I never agreed on that. I never said this. I never spoke of these things.
So when you first saw a few little items, did you be like, hey, I got your shoes?
Nah, you know, it was cool because it was convenient. I'm all about convenience. I got you.
Right.
I don't want you to have to drive so late.
So chill. Yeah, so chill. It's late. Yeah.
You know, and it was just cool. Everything was cool. You know, she was like, no, I'm not tripping. It was always a no, I'm not tripping. Like, nah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then for me, it's like, oh, she not even tripping. That's what I would always, oh, she not even tripping. She said she not tripping.
Right.
So me, in my mind, she not tripping. Some things might happen over there.
Okay.
It might go crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true word.
And then when it's like yo, but it's like, we not even at that.
When we discussed
I didn't know. Wait a minute. I didn't know.
But she got a whole closet.
Walk in the house. Yeah.
She got a whole closet in the bedroom and her car parked in your space.
Be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Wow. be thankful.
Be thankful for that.
Gotta be very specific.
You do. You gotta,
because it's possible to lay the smash down. Like,
you
like, and it's not even on. It don't even gotta just be sexual. I'm just saying in general mentality. It could be like yo, I'm not them.
Right.
Like at all. So if you want to still go, by all means necessary, have fun. You gotta be on some.
Yeah.
But it gotta, you gotta be motivated.
It just needs to be clear. You can't. Neither party can assume something,
Right.
even though the elements are there to be like it's safe to assume. No, it is not.
It's not.
It's
never
not.
safe.
It's not. You can't assume nothing. You get just a real hurt and jacked up many a day, and then that's why y'all walk around pissed off and angry.
Damn.
You didn't voice the clarity. I mean, it's
We never
listen.
confirmed.
We never confirmed. There's no confirmation.
You gotta talk to the boys like 2-year-olds. Hey, sweetheart.
Right.
No, I mean, and I'm dead serious.
Hey,
We're not.
It was that. It was that.
You
It
have
was
to talk
that.
to
It was
us
that
like
vibe.
2-year-olds.
Hey, young man in a grown
happened to
man's
me.
body.
Yes, and that's
It was
exactly
a
what it
serious-
is.
Hey,
Like at the end of the
childlike.
day, I'm not married, but I'm in a relationship, and my girl now, she just straight up was like, "Look, we done did this, so I don't want to do that. So what are we gonna do?
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
it ain't gonna be no multiple this, that, and the third. We
That's
already
it.
done took it there. Do you want to be friends, or do you want to do something, take it to another level?" I was all like,
the women lead the way.
yeah.
You lead the way.
And I was stuck. I was like, damn, ain't nobody just really asked that before. I was like, let me get back to you on that.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
I went home, thought about it.
Bang, bang.
Week or so. Yeah, I was just like,
Let's roll.
where I sign?
Yeah,
Where I
yeah,
sign?
exactly.
Sign me
A
up,
week
champ.
or so.
Well, maybe 3
Hey.
or 4 days, but we
I
just
don't
Whatever
know.
it takes.
Replacement.
Get it out. We had to
Whatever.
I'll find a replacement in a week.
we
I done rescinded my offer.
Nah.
See, then now you.
you had to make a couple of calls, clear out the road.
I would have rescinded my
There's
offer.
some things
You gotta
can't
clean
just
house.
be.
You gotta clean
Yeah.
I
You gotta
have
start up a
rescinded my
fight.
offer.
Like, hold on, let me. Okay, I know what
Hey,
to do
guess
with
what?
this.
Offer rescinded. I rescinded that joint.
Nah, see.
Forget your week.
Hilarious.
Yeah, the week, man. You gotta be willing to wait.
Yeah, man. And
That's
you
it.
you done waited this long. What's
Right,
the
you
week?
can't wait a
Yeah,
week.
you can't
I asked you a question. The question don't take a week return. It just
Nah,
does
it's
it.
honestly, a woman should just be like, yo, I respect that. I'd rather really know. You gotta know. Otherwise,
wait. Yep.
take your time. As much time as you take. Because if you really like, I only got one more shot, and that's bullshit. But
Right. No,
yeah, I'm just
you're
saying,
right.
like, 'cause
Yeah.
now, if you approach it like that, then you gonna approach it on some crazy shit. You gonna be like playing defense.
well, hold on. When you saying if I, can we? Yeah.
And then I just go boom, and it's over.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you gotta be
So
relaxed.
so let him
Everything gotta
be sure.
Let me be
Chill out.
sure.
Let him be
'Cause
sure.
if a dude just be like, yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
Whoa, in unison.
I cut everybody off.
That's the problem. Yeah, sure. No doubt. I'm with you, baby.
Because a girl ain't dumb.
Nah.
For her to believe that it's like you don't got no like.
Nah.
Let me handle.
Because I'm gonna tell you, if he take that serious and say and you ask him a question, he sit back and do like this.
Ooh.
Okay, just all right. Just give me a
So
second.
that's a good sign.
Like,
Yeah.
if it's seriously
We
contemplating.
talking about love, right? You won't even get a tattoo because you think about it.
Yeah. You like,
If you really want to go, it's a big decision.
It's a big
Major
decision,
decision.
and you gotta really
It's
think
not
about
like
everything.
It's like she asked you to marry her.
I mean,
But it could turn
you know,
into
but you know
that.
that's what it is.
But
That's
it could
going
turn
in,
into
that's
that.
that's the
Right.
next
What are we
layer.
doing?
You're
What
right.
we
You're right.
doing?
You're right. It could turn
you
into
don't know
that.
what it's
You're right.
gonna
We
turn,
could
but
turn
you
into
just,
that.
you know, because you just like I could play. I could still play, but you like, yo, let me think. Yeah.
And you got, and again, like I always tell you, even though men are men and we have our men ways, but we are still human beings, and there are a lot of
Are y'all? I was playing.
Anyway,
Right.
and there's still a lot of us out there that, granted, if it's a woman that has just doing the living, doing everything we are with the living in toothbrush and shoes and everything else, and she's regular and we're there all the time. Obviously, we care a lot about you. So therefore, when you present us with this ultimatum, if we care about you, we're gonna really take that seriously and really, really meditate on it and figure out, okay, what am I doing? What are we doing? What do I do? What do I want to do and be with this woman?